Welcome to our midweek Energizer mat class. Today we're going to use weights. So I'm suggesting if you have 1 to 2 kilo weights, they will be fine. If you're at home and you don't have any weights, then go to your well-stocked pantry and get out 2 cans of tomatoes or whatever is your vegetable of choice. For me, I'm going to use these red weights, not because they're 2 kilos, but because they match my mat. Because it's all about finding pretty things to keep us smiling at the moment. So with the weights down by your sides, we're going to establish a good Pilates posture. So this is something you can do before you sit down at your desk. It's something you can do when you get up from your desk. So I want you to press the inside of your heels into the mat, your big toe, and spread out all 4 toes until you can feel your 5th toe onto the mat. You feel that your legs separate a little bit, and that's actually you pulling up your inner thigh muscles, your adductors. With the weights in your hands, feel them drawing your shoulders down, and not one for being a fan of saying pull your shoulders back. I know every one of your mothers told you to stand up straight at some time in your life, but we like to think of at the edge of each shoulder, I have a sharp pencil. And that pencil is trying to draw a dot on that wall and a dot on that wall to broaden my shoulders and for my collarbones to smile. Always smiling. So everybody take a deep breath into the side, the back of the ribs, let the air fill up in your lungs all the way down to your belly, and as you slowly breathe out, feel your diaphragm, the big mushroom muscle, draw up to push all the air out of your lungs. Ready to take in another breath. Inhale. Pushing your feet to the floor. Fill up the air in your throat, up to your cheeks and your eyes, the back of your ribs. Fill it up. And exhale slowly, breathing out. This time we're going to breathe in and shrug our shoulders. Breathe in and up. Come on, tension everything. Let it get tense. If it wants to be tense, then go right ahead. Just like that teenager that wants to go out to 3 a.m. Let him go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And then slowly drawing down. And you'll notice that you've gone down just a little bit further. Going to do some shoulder shrugs with circles, but the weights are going to just help keep us anchored towards the floor. Inhale, shrug, roll back. And exhale, draw down. Push your feet to the floor, the crown of your head to the ceiling. Lift up and forward, back and down. Exhale. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, down. One more this way. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Press your feet to the floor. Let's reverse. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward and down, lifting your abdominals to your spine. Open your ribs. Get the breath in and exhale, push down. Last one. Inhale, activating those inner thighs, pulling up the muscles between your ankles, knees and groin. And turn your palms to face the front. And I want us to do little bicep curls where your elbows go to 90 degrees of flexion. And our collarbones smile. So we've got the ends of our weights almost like 2 magnets drawn together. Not letting them come out that way. That's the next exercise. So keep your ribs directly in line with your hips if you can, so we're not moving out of our neutral posture. So anchor downwards, but pull the crown of your head upwards. We are in this nice position of the 90 degrees of flexion at the elbow. Lengthen the back of your neck. And we're going to breathe in and lower the arms ever so slowly while thinking of our elbows reaching the floor. Exhale, elbows reach the floor as the palms come forward. Inhale, straighten arms, elbows down. Exhale, elbows down, palms up for 5 more. And keep the breath very active. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Exhale up, inhale down. See if you can feel when you exhale that your shoulder blades move slightly down your back And as you take your arms straight, there's some slow release of the arms, and your triceps at the back of your upper arms are active. Your pelvic floor and your abdominals are supporting you to keep a nice, stable, still pelvis. Got 2 more. Keep pushing down with your feet and lengthening with your head. Good strong biceps. And staying up in this position, we're going to turn the palms over. And this is where we're going to do our zipping up and hollowing. I bet you've heard that term sometime. Around the traps, we go down. Our arms will separate a little bit. Then we bring the weights together, and like we're drawing up a zip, putting ourselves in a nice, cozy little, what do you call those things that you sleep in when you're camping? Sleeping bag. And open the arms out. Draw the zip together, close it up and get nice and snug, and down and out. Inhale together, exhale and lift. Inhale down, exhale open. Inhale together, exhale lift, elbows go wide. Inhale down, exhale open. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Can I hear the exhale? Midweek, energizer, I want to hear from cyberspace. Everybody breathing. Together, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale, and in. Is your neck relaxed? Because we've got 2 more to go, and this is where the fatigue starts to come in. Press your feet to the floor. Open it out. Last one. Together. Exhale. Zip it up. And down. Now turning the palms out, we're going to take the arms out and little bends. And down. And a little. And down. So I'm feeling that you've got that happening. Our ribs are in line with our hips. The back of the neck is nice and long. I'd like us to act with a little bit of coordination here. So we're going to bend knees, bend arms, straighten legs. In double time, we are going to go fast. That means exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, in. I can see some of you are having fun. It's right, isn't it? So energized. Now, I'm saying to people, if you have any special requests for parts of your body you would like to work, or any pains and ailments you have, just send them through, message them through this YouTube channel, or go to our Tensegrity Training Facebook page and write a request. Personal body sculpting. I can feel my sculptors happening. Now we're going to add a little bit more coordination. So, lifting up the left arm and rotating across your body. Now, I'm not moving my pelvis at this stage, my legs stay still. So enjoy this because it is going to get more complex. Back to the center, elbow out. Lift up the other one, rotate, center. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Push through your feet. Lengthen the crown of your head to the ceiling and in. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Pull up the inner thighs. Now we're going to add legs. So if I take my left arm over, my left leg goes the other way. Back to center and reach. So our hips are moving here, working through the feet. But we never let the arm come higher than our shoulder, because then sneaky little muscle that loves to get tight, called your upper trapezius, will upper trapezius you, which means it'll give you a headache, tight neck and shoulders, and you'll need to go and have a massage, which may not be at all possible. And exhale, exhale. It's like boxing with more control, active abdominals, and we're working through the balls of our feet for 4 and 3 and 2 and last 1. Hands side. Feel that tingling sensation in your arms. One more little shrug. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And down. Another one where we're going to take long levered arms is we're going to do what I call a tick-tock. One arm is up, one arm is down. Back to the side, that's 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock. And this is 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. So as I go down to this side, don't let yourself tip off your center of gravity. Push your heel down and your toes down. But if I'm going over to the left, push down through that right side and I get more length up through to the fingers. Very controlled, thinking of drawing your shoulders down. Over to the other side. So now you've got to push your left foot down to open up your left ribs and reach the arm to the ceiling. Let your head relax. And then coming up as you exhale. Inhale over. Push through the right foot, lengthen up. And exhale back to center. Feel that control in those arms. And over to the side. Push through your left foot, reach up to the left fingers and open the left ribs. More, more, more. Yeah, I felt that. And back to center, pull up the inner thighs. Last one to the left. So push through your right foot, reach up with your right arm and open those right ribs. Come on, you can get taller. And exhale, control back through center. Last one to the right. Push through the left leg, open the left ribs and reach. Reach, reach, reach. Pull in the abdominals, let the neck go. Exhale to center. Lower the arms down. Now we're going to roll to the floor, but we're going to use the weights as a way of articulating through every single vertebra. So take a deep breath in. Keep the weights rolling down your thighs as you take your head over your shoulders over your ribs over your hips over your legs. Continue down all the way to the floor and place your hands on your knees and bend your knees with your fingertips facing inwards. As you inhale, I want you to open your sits bones and open your sternum or your chest and bring it towards me, like our sternums are meeting. That's here, not your eye line, but your sternum. It wants to reach into the computer screen. Your abdominals are lifting and your sits bones going out the window. And now push into your thighs and start the exhale. Draw your tail towards your pubic bone and you'll see that your sacrum flexes and all of your lumbar vertebra and your mid-spine and your head will follow. You're looking down at your navel at this stage and take a big breath into the back of the ribs and exhale. Open your sits bones out the window. Bring your sternum towards me and lengthen the back of your neck up to the ceiling. If you want to open your chest a bit more, do it through your collarbone, not through your neck. Open the chest, and then up, 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 up. Beautiful. And down. Curl. Put your fingertips to face your feet. Slide them all the way down. Put your hands on your weights and place your right knee on the floor, then your left knee. Going to do a little bit of 4-point kneeling. Turn around so you can see a little better that when we do this, you want to have your shoulder over your wrist and your hips over your knees. Now I'm leaving the weights in our hands because sometimes people have a little bit of stress and tension in their wrists. So we're going to do our 4-point kneeling in this position and then do a little wrist sequence to stretch things out. Before we get going, I'd like you to paddle your feet, which is what I call it. Let's make a noise. I can hear it. I can hear it, hear it, hear it, hear it, hear it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel the life in your legs. Now from this position, let's have our weights facing forwards so that we've got our shoulder in external rotation. And when we do 4-point kneeling, I like to give you the cue to have the crease of your elbows facing inwards. Draw your shoulder blades down, and we're going to do leg extensions. So keeping the neck and shoulders and arms still, take a breath in, and as you press your right shin into the mat and exhale, slide your left leg back. Inhale, bring it back into where it was previously. Exhale, slide the right leg out, pressing your left shin to the floor. Inhale, come in. Now what I'm looking for here as you continue to do 8 more of these is if I put a precious cup of tea on my sacrum, which is here, that every time I took my leg out, it would not spill. So you have to anticipate movements. Having good control in your body is all about imagining where you're going to take it. Now we've got 4 more to go, so if you want to up the ante a little and get a little more challenge, you can slide the leg out, press the shin in, but allow the leg to come off the floor. Take it back and bring it in. Exhale, slide it out and lift it up. Take it down and in. Exhale out and up. Inhale down and in. Let's think that between our armpits and our torso, we have a very rare edition of a hardback book. So hold that book in place as you continue to slide the leg out. And by holding that book in place, you are activating all of the muscles in your shoulder that are required to keep it stable and keep it safe. So I'm going to use that cue as we go through the class. Ensure the books are at your armpits. And finish after that one and come and sit back down onto your heels. And we're going to do a little wrist series. So with my palms up, that's an up stop. With my palms down, that is a down stop. You can feel that stretch there already. So shoulders down, necks loose. We are going to roll up to fists, starting with our pinkies. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll around. And then pinkies. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That one really is a challenge. Then we're going to do it again. Around to fist and to down stop. Up to fist and to up stop. Down to fist and down stop. Up to fist, up stop. Reach your hands forward. And place the fingers towards yourself. So we're up in our 4-point kneeling, and then we sit back. Nothing changes in the arms, I'm just changing where my center of gravity is. So as I go back, I get much more stretch through the lower arms. It will be a different degree of intensity for all of us. Try not to hyperextend in the elbows, so keep a slight bend there. And coming back up. Now we place the palms upwards. So if you've been at the computer a lot, this is going to really help. It may hurt, but that's a sign that your muscles there and your carpal tunnel's a bit tight, so we need to do it. So sitting back, only go as far as you can handle it. Keep drawing your abdominals in, your shoulder blades down. So you're reaching away. Your wrists are going forward towards the weights if they're still there. Your sits bones are going back the other way. And then coming up. Now this one is a very tricky one, the next one. you have to have your hands facing, your palms facing, and this is stretching something called your découvert vein. And so I'm doing that. My thumbs go down and my pinkies on top. My shoulders are relaxed and I sit back, and you'll feel a mighty stretch right up through here. So you've got to ensure with this one that the palms stay like this. Sometimes you want to do that, but it's got to be a pure bend like that. And we're not used to doing this, and this is the area that gets really tight. If you've been using a mouse, computer, driving, all those sorts of things. And then sit back, hands to the side, and we do a little flick. This is the most wonderful exercise to get all the blood flow up through the narrow spaces in your wrist. So make sure you can still see me through a little tunnel. So you've got your thumb on your nail beds. And then you do a flick, 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 and circle, 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 flick, 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 other way, and a flick, flick. So if you listen carefully, you can hear, or if you have rings on, your rings will slightly move on your fingers. And when we stop, close your eyes, and you'll be very aware of this tingling movement sensation in your fingers and your wrists. I can't tell you how important it is to do that daily if you've been sedentary for a period of time. Okay, now we're nicely warmed up, worked our shoulders, had some stabilization in our pelvis. We're going to work our abdominals. So putting your weights nicely aside, we're going to go from our 4-point kneeling down to our front. Inhale, exhale, slide your left leg out. Inhale, exhale, slide your right leg back. Now we're going to transition to the floor through doing one of our traditional Pilates exercises called leg pull front. Point your toe on the left and lift it up, but do not move yourself out of the plank position. Exhale, place it down. Inhale, take the right leg up. Exhale, take it down. Now, your bottom may have come up a little bit, so let's take it down so we are in that pure plank position. 2 more, a little bit quicker. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And rest. Now we do 6 in that double time. Ready? Go. In. 5, 6. Knee down, elbows in, forearms on the floor, and we're going to go as close to the floor as we can, kissing it, pulling my slinky. Tuck your toes under, legs back, arms in diamond press, coming up, nice looseness in the neck, and lower down. Exhale up. A diamond press is a really challenging exercise to get correct. So let's see if we can get it correct so that your spine is happy. So from your sternum at the front, it's like you're being lifted from there so that this point between your shoulder blades is coming up to the ceiling. And then your collarbones open a little bit, but it's not an extension of the neck. It's an extension in the thoracic spine with wide elbows, lifting the abdominals, and inhale going down. Exhale coming up. Inhale down. And exhale up. We're going to go straight from there into a more challenging exercise where we lift one leg up. Inhale down, exhale up, keep your abdominals lifted, exhale up, keep the leg there, inhale, exhale, take the other leg up, and then take out your left arm, take out your right arm, and we go into a set of swimming, which is alternate arm and leg Quite slow, slow, slow. Ready for quick for 10 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 with the smile, and 7, 8, 9, 10. Stop. Arms by your side, palms facing in. Squeeze the heels together for dart. And we hold this for 6, 5, 4. Squeeze the legs together. Press your pubic bone to the floor. Squeeze the palms in. And if you can keep it there, let's do 10 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower one leg, lower the other. Oh, that feels good. Bring your arms to the side, bend them, and lower the head and arms. Now stay there for a couple of breaths, because we're going to do an exercise that I think nearly every single person on the planet needs to learn to do correctly. It's not easy. It's called double arm lift. So you place one hand at 90 degrees. I'm going to do one hand first. And I'm lifting up just my forearm. Then, using my abdominals and my back extensors to support me, I lift the whole arm. And then I reverse it. I put the elbow down and then the whole arm. It's a very simple move, but I tell you, it's very challenging to not have the wrist create its own journey. So you don't want to break it with the wrist going up. So it is external rotation at the shoulder joint, and then you lift the whole arm. So your lats and your posterior deltoid are working, but don't let your elbow go higher than your forearm, because then you're going into internal rotation at the shoulder joint. And we do that all day long. You've got to challenge it to do what it's not really commonly able to do. Elbow down and whole arm. Then we put that arm in front, turn your head to the other side, and try it there. So we have inhale with the forearm coming up, then the whole arm, then the elbow goes down, and then the whole arm. Inhale, forearm, lift the abdominals and the whole arm comes up, then the elbow goes down, and whole arm. One more, then we're going to really try to put them both together. But I'm hoping you can feel that the muscles called your lower trapezius, which is at the bottom point of your scapula and attaches to your spine, it is actually activating. There's a little drawing down of the shoulder blades. We're going to do 2 where we do both together. So that you can also do this with your head down on the floor. You can roll up your mat, or you could rest your forehead on your weights, because sometimes it's a little bit too much strain on your neck to get your whole forehead to the floor. So hands by your sides, lengthen through the legs in like a capital E or a goal post, I call it. Inhale, forearms up. Exhale, whole arms up. Inhale, elbows back down. And then lower the whole arm on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale, whole arms. Inhale, lower elbows. Exhale, whole arm. Lucky last time. Inhale. Exhale, whole arms. Keep your wrists in line with your fingers and the forearms. Exhale, the whole arms go down. Inhale, rest. Good job. This is something that I would really advise all of you to practice every day, because it does get a little bit easier. Okay, bring your hands in by your sides, tuck your toes under, and come up into a swan prep and bring yourselves to the side. Hands up. Now, we're going to do a traditional Pilates exercise called swan. No, it's not. It's called a side bend. But we do have a C theme, because as a warm-up to our side bend, we just imagine that we are sitting on a rock. Despite your gender, you are a mermaid. If you want to be a merman for the day, feel free, you still have the same tail capacity. But we just imagine there is nothing but you and the waves and the rock, and your hair is flowing down your back. The scales of the mermaid or merman can be pink or green or fluorescent gold, but you create your own story. The more elaborate the story, the greater time you spend here, the less you have to worry about the pain that is to pursue this nice, luxurious relaxation. Because a side bend does require a lot of activity through here. So I'm going to demonstrate one, and then we're all going to do it together. Two things. One is you have to activate up through the underside of the body, and it's like your body goes forward like that as you straighten the arms. So it is inhale to go up, lifting up through the underneath side of the body, and then exhale with control, bend your knees, the hips, touch down, arm down. Let's go, 4 of them together. And inhale up, straighten those legs, push up your underneath ribs up through the torso to the upper lifted ribs, and exhale coming down and looking at your feet. Inhale going up,